Good morning. Welcome family, friends, faculty and staff, and last but not least, the class of 2020. My name is Skyler Anderson and I'll be introducing the speakers today. I will be attending Longwood University in the fall to study social work and sociology. I am welcoming you today as a member of SCA. I have been a part of the volleyball and track and field teams for 4 years. I am a member of the National Honor Society and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Our senior year has been quite a ride. It started out in the fall with great football and volleyball seasons. We supported our friends on the court and on the field. Before we knew it, it was winter break. We watched the weather reports hoping for snow, no luck. Winter was great despite that, and we had just moved into spring sports looking forward to warmer days. The last day of school turned out to be March 11th. We finished the day with a Pep Rally, where we watched the senior class make history by beating the faculty of HHS. Let me say this again. We made history by beating the HHS faculty in basketball. So, COVID-19 is not the only thing that will be in the history books of HHS. We said our goodbyes, looking forward to a long weekend, not expecting it to turn out as it did. School was closed on March 13th for the remainder of the year. And well, class of 2020, here we are. It's not how we all dream of graduating, but hey, we did it. We did it in a very unique way, COVID-19. In addition to welcoming you, I would like to introduce today's student speakers. Georgia is the class of 2020 Valedictorian. She was a 4-year varsity soccer player and captain as a senior, as well as a varsity cross-country runner in her senior year. She also was a leading member of SCA, an NHS member, and on the Scholastic Bowl team. Georgia will be attending the University of Virginia and majoring in biomedical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Georgia.
Good morning, class of 2020. I'm pretty new to the school community compared to most of you. So many of you have grown up together and even been friends since elementary or middle school. It makes my 2 years spent here sometimes feel so small, and it feels a little bit strange to speak since I didn't get to experience the typical 4 years at this school with this class. However, my 2 years as a pioneer impacted me way more than I had ever expected. For some background, I'm used to being the new girl. I've been the new girl 5 times before I moved to Heritage at the beginning of junior year. I was used to having to find my place in a new community completely surrounded by strangers. However, just because I was used to it did not make it any easier. For a little while, I was really lonely and missing my old life, as well as completely and utterly clueless. I was so clueless that I opted to take Miss Campbell's AP Human Geography class because I thought it would be a blow-off class, like it was at my old school. I quickly learned that I was wrong. Very wrong. But if I'm being honest, I struggled. Being new and lost in an unfamiliar environment was limiting me from achieving and progressing the way that I wanted to. I felt really discouraged, failing at balancing school, extracurriculars, and work while trying to find my place in this community. Pretty quickly, however, I started to recognize how special Heritage really was. I think it's more obvious to me when I look at it in comparison to my past experiences. Some of it is little things, like getting to cheer on an actually amazing football team, or witness total girl power when our girls track team would totally dominate, or see a school actually support their theater program and their productions. And a lot of it is the teachers, with how ridiculously caring, involved, and committed these people are. We're definitely going to miss getting roasted with sarcasm by Miss Gafford, or on each fall Friday during your history class, hearing Coach Bradley yelling in the hallway. I've never really experienced a team of teachers like ours. Thank you, teachers, for everything that you do. And I may be biased, but what I think is the most special is us, you guys, the class of 2020. Each and every day, I got to see your interactions and your personality. You always find a way to smile, laugh, and make things fun. I always remember everyone screaming along to Lucid Dreams and music would play at lunch. You look out for each other and are welcoming and inclusive. So many people made the effort to include me within my first week at Heritage. You recognize and celebrate differences rather than dividing on them. Everyone is so unique here, with many different styles, personalities, and interests. You are supportive and proud. I've seen star athletes get involved in the arts and scholars involved in athletics. When someone achieves something, everyone is congratulatory. I'm not sure how much you know this, but in my experience, all of this is rare and special. And because of how special you are more than capable of defeating anything that stands in your way. Being new to Heritage was my huge obstacle in these past few years. When I reached beyond how it was restricting me, I grew so much and I found my place here, and it was fulfilling. Every single one of you has faced a limitation or hardship in your journey through life. I'm lucky that one of my biggest ones was just a simple move. So many of you have gone through so much worse and come out of it still fighting. As our whole world changes in the next couple of months, I want to encourage you to keep doing just that. There is no doubt that we're going to experience even more limitations as we continue on. We're going through a global one right now, and it definitely won't be the last. Whatever is trying to limit you in your future, you can reach beyond it. I'm not saying it will be easy. Some things hurt and are unbelievably hard. But in these past 2 years that I've known you all, I've been able to realize just what you are capable of. You are all truly beautiful people. Each and every one of you has so much talent and so much potential inside of you. I was lucky to get to witness it every day in those rare, special characteristics that I described earlier. Don't ever lose that. Don't get discouraged on your journey, because you can push past those roadblocks. Thank you all for being so amazing. I appreciate you more than you will ever know, and more than I can ever explain.
Our second speaker is Toria Johnson. She has been a part of Heritage High School for 4 years. She has participated in track and field and volleyball. She was the president of the National Honor Society and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Victoria will be attending Virginia Tech and majoring in biology. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Victoria.
Good morning, Heritage High School's class of 2020. We didn't know exactly what we were getting into when we first arrived at Heritage High School. But as a class, we haven't let anything limit our possibilities. We accomplished more than we might have expected. The girls and boys track team won various events and overall team titles. Our 2018 football team won the state championship. Spencer Goldsby won his own state title in wrestling this year. And don't forget volleyball. This year, my fellow seniors and I were able to win our first game. I know, it was a long time coming, but we finally pulled through. Other than sports, theater has represented Heritage well, winning states our sophomore year with one of our own, Harris Erickson, who won multiple Best Actor awards. Numerous students like Macy Smeltz and Sarah Copeland exhibited their paintings in art shows and museums in the area. Not only have we done many great things in our school, but we've also showcased our leadership and skills in the world. Natalie Torres went to Phoenix, Arizona for the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair. Taylor Morgan went to a Youth Leadership Summit for Europe in San Francisco, where there were many students from all across the country. Caleb Mink went to California for a culinary competition. And the B Club, led by Grace Stager and McKenna Hamilton, and joined by Ian Garland, Katrina Geminette, and Ethan Reagan. Last year, they went to Richmond to lobby for a bill that would add European honeybees as a state pollinator. These are just some of the things that we have accomplished in the last 4 years. Class of 2020, we will be remembered not because of our present circumstances, but because of the impacts that we've had on Heritage High School. Every single one of us has completed something that we are proud of. Thank you to our families, our administrators, teachers, and mentors. You all have helped guide and encourage us this far. But now it is our turn to rise up and be welcoming, encouraging, achieving, responsible, and engaged in the world at large beyond #1 Big Orange Country.